Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us in this space that we are creating to help educate and entertain in all areas of real estate.
So get ready to get real with Jen and Shell. And we're back. Here we are again. On today's episode of Everyone Just Needs to Chill. Let's talk about that for a second.
Everyone, right now, unless you're driving, if you're driving, come back to us. Everyone else, we are going to close our eyes. We're going to take a deep, full breath. Inhale. Release.
Stop watching the news.
Stop watching the news. If y'all, and that includes TikTok, because listen, I will be the first to tell you that I frequently will tell people I saw something on a documentary, but really it was a 30-second TikTok. But I'm almost 40 and I don't want anybody to judge me for that. But we're going to have to stop watching our TikToks and the news, get off of Facebook and Instagram if you're young enough. I can't figure Instagram out. I have one. I don't know how. But
watch the funny realtor reels. Watch the funny things. Laugh a little. Chill out. Okay.
But if what you are consuming is stressing you out, stop watching it. Just say no. Think of this as your new red ribbon week for adulthood. Just say no to stressful media.
Yes.
Okay? Listen. Because when y'all get all fired up and stressed out, most of the time over inaccurate and wrong information, and you call one of us or your realtor or your lender, and you ask us these questions, now it is literally our job to absorb your stress. Y'all, we are about to stroke out.
We're so stressed.
We can't keep living like this. And we don't want y'all to live like this either because we love you and we mean it.
Yeah.
Okay? One of the biggest things that I really need people to stop consuming on the internet is anything about tariffs.
What the tariff? So here's the thing. Every time a tariff is announced or something that the government is doing policy change wise, rates do kind of get a little more expensive. Okay? They kind of go up. It's not for very long. It's usually for a day or two. And then everyone calms back down. The investors freak out. The market kind of goes a little wild. And then it comes right back to where it was, which is probably preventing rates from getting down into the mid sixes, low or high fives and beyond. And so what we need to do and understand is that the market will fluctuate, but it doesn't need to fluctuate every day, okay?
So just know that when we are speaking about calming down, as our great T Swift said, you just need to calm down. It's 7 a.m.
You're being too loud.
Too loud.
T Swift, I love this. Sponsor us.
Literally, she has a song for everything.
She really does.
But we're also talking to the Fed.
And the IRS.
It's too soon.
Yeah.
Can't.
I forgot that you existed, IRS. Just kidding, I didn't because you ruined my summer.
ruined my hot girl summer.
Yeah.
With your shenanigans and documentation and identity theft. And
yeah, how long you're taking to process why
6 to 8
weeks
weeks.
So long?
Oh, just kidding. 16 weeks. Yeah. Actually, the only way we're going to be able to get this is if we expedite it. And the only way we can expedite it is if we write a letter to a Congress.
We did do that. Listen, if there is a will, there is a way, and I will find it.
And just call me Will.
Yeah.
We will do it.
We did it.
We'll cry. I will cry.
We'll drink a lot.
Yeah.
Of water, obviously. We're definitely hydrated.
Super hydrated. Speaking of consuming information on the internet.
Okay.
I watched a documentary. It was a TikTok.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. That they said that when you get dehydrated, your brain detaches a little bit from your skull. And I would like a medical professional to let me know if that is accurate, because if it is, my brain is ping ponging around in my skull because it is not hydrated at all. And I am concerned. And I'm also wondering if this might be why I have headaches so many times a day.
Oh my God.
Anyway, carry on.
The point of the story is that you hire a lender to watch rates for you, to find the best rate to lock you in at. And so it is important to hire somebody that knows what's going on in the market and understands announcements about around unemployment and jobs reports, things like that, because all of that affects rates. And so what I typically do is, instead of being so hyper focused on your rate, what we really need to be focused on is, are you in a comfortable enough payment that if your taxes and insurance go up next year, you're not struggling to make your house payment? Because your interest rate will be locked. So if we're comfortable here and we even have a little bit of wiggle room, then next year you're still going to be feeling pretty good. And then the year after that, it's still going to be okay. And so that's what we're most concerned about. Is this is a long-term investment. It is not something that we're just like a car where you're going and you're trying to negotiate with me about the rate. Like, I don't control that. And so I cannot negotiate a rate with you. I'm not going to, I can't just magically say, you get 6% and then the rest of you get 8%. That would be ridiculous. And so just keep that in mind when you're really focused. I know it's very scary. I know
Right.
there's a lot of people out there like, oh my gosh, the rates. And then you have some lenders that are out there publicizing some rates that other people can't even get. And so that's pretty not okay either. That's a bait and switch. And so you're starting from a place of lie with that particular lender. And so what we try to do is, everybody is unique, okay? You're all unique. You all have different needs. And so, like, let us just listen to those needs, and then we will find you something that makes you comfortable, makes your family happy, that's good for you. I'm off my soapbox. I'm sorry, I got real fired up.
Yeah, well, because, and that's the thing, right? Like, we get fired up about this because it is so hard to do something so simple as be open, transparent, and honest. And unfortunately, we just live in a society where that's not what we get all the time.
Nope.
And so it does get really difficult out here when we are having people who have seen misrepresentation and they're coming to us and they're asking questions with some expectation set. And then that expectation set doesn't exactly fit their situation. One, it's not possible for where they are at currently. And two, if we got them in that position, it would be very detrimental to them in a year or 2 years. And we look at that long-term longevity. Like, we can't predict the future.
Sure.
I don't know if you're going to get a raise or lose your job 18 months from now. I have no idea. What I do know is that I am proactively setting your family up for success by putting you in a house that is not at the top of your budget, because insurance and taxes are going to go up every year. It is one of the 3 things that are guaranteed in life. It's death, taxes, and I'm throwing in insurance. So it's just like, you have to. Like, those are just things that are happening in your life. And while we can do our best to combat our taxes by protesting every year, it's no guarantee. And we can shop insurance every year, but y'all, we just had a terrible storm season here in our area. So we're already seeing insurance companies rolling out with their 2% deductibles, and y'all are gonna want to tune in to have, when we have Haley Bowman on, to just break down the walls around insurance and really get an understanding about how all that works. And death. Yeah, we're all gonna die one day. Sorry, dark, but no need to talk about that.
Shelly doesn't get hydrated. It's probably going to be her first before me. So anyway,
arguably, the way my life is set up, I for sure am dying first.
We're just kidding. But also, that brings me to something else. Dead people. Just kidding. So I have a couple of transactions that have not gone very smooth because the seller has passed away, or the buyer has somebody, like maybe it's 2 buyers and one of them passes away. But when the seller passes away, it really slows down your transaction. So if you're looking at a house and it's already in an estate, probably all the things have been resolved. If you're looking at a house and you get into a contract and the seller has passed away or passes away middle of transaction, you might as well just plan on at least 4 to 6 months for that to get resolved in the courts. the state of Texas is very serious about ownership, and we don't have a lot of control over that. And so please don't yell at us. We didn't kill anybody. Okay. And so if
That's
that
important.
happens, yes.
Highlight that we did not kill anyone. Little Bill Clinton moment.
Yeah, that feels.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I really had to
moving on.
stress. I feel like I really had to stress that.
I think that it's just important that when something like that is kind of out of our control happens, or we're waiting on a government agency to process some documentation for us, or we're waiting for another mortgage company to process maybe some insurance claims, or we're waiting for an insurance company, we're all just stuck waiting. And there's not a lot we can do about that except take our deep breaths and let us work it out. Okay, I know it's frustrating. It can be a longer process, and nobody wants it to be longer. We don't want that. Like, no, it's terrible for us. But we'll stick it out with you if you'll stick it out with us.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And I think it's really important. We're all allowed to be human.
Mm-hmm.
And when we have the unknown pop up, this little surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise, we have a problem.
Yeah.
Like when we have those situations pop up, it's going to happen. We're human. We're allowed to have human interactions. So I'm a huge advocate in my household raising my kids that you are allowed to feel exactly how you need to feel in this moment. What we are not allowed to do is to make our feelings other people's problems.
This is a little therapy moment for you.
Listen, I
We
paid
got-
good money for
We
that.
got like a couple people that like kind of yelled. We've had a few things happen over the summer.
And
that
I
was
get
like,
it.
Yikes.
And I understand. And it was beyond their control. It was beyond our control.
Mm-hmm.
We were just stuck in a holding pattern. And so it is very common to find those situations, unfortunately, where we are at the mercy of a third party. And again, you are allowed to feel exactly how you need to feel. I will validate that. I will stand with you on that. We will get through it together. But we are not allowed to make our feelings other people's problems, because I also have feelings. Not a lot of them.
But I have a ton of feelings.
So many.
Okay, like when you're thinking about like people's feelings and you're like, people have different personalities. I'm going to use my friend Tiffany's example.
Oh,
She does
yeah.
colors.
Yes.
And so there is like blue, orange, or red, yellow, and green. Okay. And so normally a lot of mortgage lenders are like in the green category, right? We're just like numbers focused, facts, move on, we're out of here. Okay. But somewhere in the middle of that, God gave me blue. Okay. So not only am I numbers focused, but now I really care about your feelings and I really care about my feelings. I care about everybody in the transaction, probably a little too much. I am going to stroke out. But the point of this is that I don't mind hearing when you have to yell about something.
Right.
Right. We're here for that.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Get it out. Let it go. But what I don't want to ever happen is like you to feel like we're not advocating for you. And so we're here. We want to help. It doesn't matter what lender or realtor that you have. They, generally speaking, they all really want to help you. And especially in the West Texas area, we have so many great realtors.
So many.
And really good lenders.
Yeah,
too.
there's a lot of great lenders.
And so, yeah, I think it's just important to remember, if it's out of our control, just let us work through the process. It may feel a little radio silence for you. It doesn't mean that we're not all working to get you to the right goal.
And we try very hard to, even though we don't necessarily have an update, to send you an update saying, hey, no update.
Yeah.
Heart, crying emoji, wine glass. You know, we do our best to stay on top of it and to work through it for you guys. And we don't judge you when you need to have an emotional moment with us.
No.
And that's just what it is. Because I guarantee, while you don't see us having those emotional moments, we are having the same emotional moments off to the side.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So many. Mostly me. It's okay.
So
Shelly talks me off the ledge too.
It's fine. I've been on the ledge a couple of times though, which is, as someone who's usually pretty even-tempered, like I'm like, okay, it is what it is. Full on millennial mindset. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a few times where I'm like, you know what? I think maybe I want to go be a manager at Chick-fil-A.
I have definitely helped her get off the ledge too.
Yeah. 100%.
We make a pretty good team. Okay,
We make a pretty solid team.
We
And
know.
neither of us quit.
Not one time. We didn't even really. I didn't truly consider it, but I think Shelly might have.
I pulled my resume out. I was like, I might have been doing this for 8 years, but let's gloss this baby up. Blow the dust off.
Just in case.
Let's go back to corporate America.
No. Oh my gosh. So
It sunk in that was actually a pretty terrible idea. I was fine.
But if you guys are
Afterwards.
feeling stressed, you see something in the news, you watch some crazy thing on TikTok, you're watching some weird Instagram reel where a lender is trying to bait you into buying right this moment. You have to buy right now. We're not doing all that, okay? So just give us a call. We'll talk you off the ledge. Even if you aren't using us, you need a moment to just be a human. Cool.
Come be humans with us.
But you gotta give us a little heads up because we gotta be ready for it.
yeah, we have to like mentally prepare
Mhm.
because sometimes the way my mouth is set up, my human shows that way. And I just say the first thing that comes to my mouth, and
Yeah.
it doesn't always serve anybody for me to do that.
And I'm a nervous giggler. So if you're very upset and you're coming at me really hard, I'm going to giggle. And I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just,
She's nervous.
I'm just very nervous about where this is going. And then everyone's upset because now I'm laughing and you think I'm not taking it serious. Well, it's not on purpose. It's just that I'm just a happy person. Okay. Generally.
She is the most happy person, and genuinely, in my natural state, I am a sarcastic, dark and twisty little soul.
Yeah.
It's like sunshine, rainbows, dark and twisty.
Make a good team.
It balances each other.
Yeah. So anyway, if you guys are stressed, you're watching the news, you're freaking out about rates, you're freaking out about any of those things, give us a call. Let us talk you off the ledge. Let us explain some things that you see and try to clear it up before you get too worked up.
Exactly, because we follow all that. We pay attention. If you're on my email list, you're getting emails anytime the Fed says something stupid,
Which is
a lot lately. But I'm sending
often.
out. I'm sending out a little blurb like, hey, like this is actually what this means. This is what we're looking at. Like a little decode, if you will.
Yeah. Just like we have to sometimes decode what an underwriter's saying, same concept.
So yeah, we just do it all the way around without anybody asking us, but we are open to you asking us because that's what we're here for. And I will say that it's just really important and just overall for your general health and well-being. Don't take everything too seriously. There is quite literally nothing that is life and death in mortgage. Like there's just not.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all we have.
Whew, that was a good therapy session. I feel really great.
I do kind of feel a little unburdened.
I feel a little better about it.
Anyway, now you guys all know I'm emotional, so great. All right. Well, see you guys next time.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll catch you next time.
And the only time we don't mind you pushing our buttons is right now. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Please leave that in.